If this tarot reading landed on your For You page today, they are absolutely shocked at how you have recognized and reclaimed your worth and your value. Now, this could be for any zodiac sign, so just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. If you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, or to join our upcoming Ancient Wealth Workshop on April 8th, check out that box below. It has all of the information that you will need. And thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Go click on that notification bell so you can know when the next reading does come out and the rest of the Soul Tribe can find us. So we do have clarity, truth, intentions, honesty, shocking, unexpected. It does say trouble or turmoil. However, we have this card depth, awareness, importance, and value. Now, people around you are shocked, okay? You see yourself clearly. How these cards feel is as if you've suddenly shifted and people are shocked at your sudden shift. All right, now for the collective. Why do we have truth, intentions, honesty, unexpected, depth? You have recognized your value. Look at that. You can't make that up. This is the chakra of recognizing your value, the solar plexus. You finally understand how bright it is that you've truly always shined. The solar plexus in Reiki has everything to do with your center of willpower, your confidence, God's will, so much, your power, okay? You've reclaimed that, right? Solar plexus could be a focus for you, maybe when it comes to Reiki or the chakra, but a confirmation as well. You finally see your worth, but you've also reclaimed it, okay? And you have people around you shocked. Now, it's interesting. What I'm hearing is there are people, and I'm hearing this very specifically, so let me know if it resonates in the comments below. There are some people in your life, they've known this, you have not. There are other people in your life where, with the shocking here, it feels like a card of duality, where there is a positive, say, quantum leap or timeline jump that you're experiencing, some positive things in your life, but it's bringing some of the unexpected in a good way. And let's just hope it's only in a good way. All right, what do we have here for the Soul Tribe? For solar plexus, woman holding a coin, honesty, unexpected, depth. What do we have for the collective that is reclaiming their worth and their value? You know what's very interesting here? I'm going to grab clarifications and then we'll dive deeper into the reading. Lux collective. It is God's judgment upon you to navigate this with discretion. And we're going to tell you why. For the Lux collective today, what do we have for solar plexus, honesty, unexpected, depth and value, and woman or man holding a coin? Why the Three of Pentacles? Why the Three of Pentacles here? I want to see what this card is. Two of Wands. Why the Three of Pentacles here for this reading on the collective has finally reclaimed, okay, their worth. Here goes the unexpected energy that maybe isn't completely positive, but we're going to work through it. We do have Justice on the bottom of the deck, so all is well, or all is going to be well, divine order. There are people around you that represent your lower self. I accept my shadow self. Four of Swords, the Two of Wands. For the collective on, they have recognized their worth and their value, and it has some people shocked. Why the Four of Wands here for the collective? You could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Capricorn. We also have Libra here and Scorpio. Why Judgment with the Seven of Swords? For the collective has recognized their value. Why do we have Judgment with the Seven of Swords? For the collective has recognized their value. The Emperor or the Empress. Okay, non-gender specific. I'm going to channel exactly what's going on here. Five of Swords, it says, I choose my battles wisely. It's understanding that on your process of quantum leaping, timeline jumping, just simply improving your life, no matter what that is, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your financial health and wellness, whatever it may be, when there are people around you that are not doing that, and again, it's like there's the spirit of envy or jealousy, right? Where it's completely okay for someone else to choose something different for themselves. You know, it's not personal. You got people around you, though, over here, collective, that would have taken it personal. Okay, you had collaborations here. People that you used to work with, live with, be friends with, whatever this may be. This was the Devil card. Okay, they reflected the lower parts of yourself, those shadow parts of yourself. Now, for the Three of Pentacles and Devil card, why the Four of Swords? There we go. It's interesting because what I do see is an overall shift, but I would say especially of the mind. Your mind is, how do I word this? Your mind is liberated. I want to use those words. It's liberated. And it feels like you were around people that maybe look for the negative things or focus on the negative things. Like it's always an argument. There's always an issue. There's always a problem. You know, maybe a lot of fear, a lot of lack, whatever it may be for you. And why the Two of Wands here? But what you have realized that, again, it feels like this is a community, old friends, an old workplace, home, family, whatever this may be. You've like graduated out of that energy. Ace of Pentacles. So while you're focusing on success in some way, shape, or form, you're focused on building, you're focused on success, you're focused on growth. And that's just what I'm seeing is you're focused on whatever will bring you growth. The people around you are not choosing growth. That's the thing. That's the key. You had people around you that are not choosing to grow. That could be mentally, still, you know, physically, spiritually, financially. Especially, say, mentally, emotionally, and financially. I actually am seeing that you're on that path. These people are stuck in a Five of Cups energy. For the Lux Collective today, for this reading on, people are shocked at their transformation. Why the Four of Wands? Why the Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords here? Why the Knight of Wands in reverse for the Queen of Wands and Four of Swords? They were trying to suppress your creativity. Why the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Magician card here? Be mindful of energetic exchanges. Six of Pentacles, the Hierophant over here. Why Knight of Wands in reverse with the Magician? And then why the Six of Coins and the Hierophant to clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Magician? This person was trying to keep you stuck and blocked, okay? From what that you were creating, Eight of Pentacles. And so, Eight of Swords. These are people that they themselves are not open to more. They've created a limitation for themselves. Therefore, they're trying to project this limitation upon you in your life and your career. And I don't see that that's going to happen. Where ultimately, The Eight of Swords says, I have the power to change my circumstances. You have decided to take the power and change your circumstances. Nobody's going to save you but you. And it's you that makes the first step. And so while you are choosing, and in the Rider-Waite deck, the Eight of Swords is someone who's blindfolded with 8 swords, where it's like, well, if we reached out a hand, even though we can't see, we could probably get ourselves out of the situation. These are people that they are not ready to see a different perspective. And so these are people that you're going to be protected from. There's going to be space, created between you all, boundaries, whatever it may be for you. And that's simply because their third eye is quite literally blocked from seeing you or seeing where you're going. And so they don't even see this foundation of yours, 7 of Pentacles. Why the Devil card over here? Give me more on the Devil card for this reading, for the Lux Collective. Ace of Swords, but you're in the truth. And then we do have Page of Swords. I embrace curiosity and learning. Yeah, you've worked through those shadows. You've worked through and you've broken those glass ceilings. The limitation in the glass ceilings that others have for themselves, you've broken through those already. And so that's what I'm seeing here is you had a time in your life. This is the past, but it could be past, present, or future. Those people around you, you just identified with. Things could have just naturally happened as well, where you kind of distance yourself. Boundaries, not hanging out with them as much. Universe could have done its thing, when it comes to these people. Because ultimately, these are people that would have suppressed and oppressed your creativity. Why the Four of Wands with the Queen of Swords? The Death card. Why Queen of Swords? Why Queen of Swords with the Four of Wands over here? And then why the Sun card here? Justice. You've done the work. Why the Death card with the Star card? Whoa, you've done the work. You went through the deaths. That's, yeah, 7 of Wands here. You're protected. And you're protected because you went through the psychological evolution. That's exactly what the Death card is. It's not an ending. The Death card represents Pluto in astrology. That is psychological evolution. It represents the subconscious, the psyche. 10 of Cups here. I'm going to mention the underworld for a moment. And I'll say why. We have the Death card here, right? 8th house. I remember a conversation with a man where he said, I don't want to go nowhere near the underworld. I'm like, well, do you know what the 8th house is? Are you talking about Hollywood movies, underworld? That's not the 8th house. The true 8th house in astrology is subconscious. It's Pluto energy. It is actually wealth and prosperity. That's what the Death card, Pluto, represents, is hidden wealth. 10 of Cups over here. These people have not complete, how do I word this? Yeah, where I'm just going to word it as the limitations they have placed upon themselves. You've already gone through that. You've already healed that. And you've been through the transformations and the healing. It's why you're receiving 10 of Cups over here. This is your dream life. It's your ultimate happy life. Where what's also coming through in this reading is, ultimately we do all have choices. And yes, there could be factors, right, for our choices, but there's a choice to be happy, to see things from a certain perspective. I'm seeing that you're actually someone who's rather happy. You know, you're someone who, you know, I would say balanced, right? Everyone experiences all of the emotions, but you have the Sun card, you have Justice card here, you have 10 of Cups. This is a happy life. It's your dream life. But you also did the work to get there. You're around people, or were around people that, like, I don't see them doing the work. And what is the work? I'm not talking about going out to a 9 to 5, like healing yourself, being open to seeing things from a different perspective, being accountable, being open that maybe, you know, you were seeing things the wrong way, you know, or this or that. You know, maybe the ancestors, maybe we are changing things, right? Whatever it may be, it's a choice to shift your perspective. And I'm seeing that you're someone that you choose to shift your perspective. And that in itself is very liberating. You were around people who are very stuck, like 8 of Swords, but when it comes to the mind. Now, over here, we do have the Emperor card, Judgment, and the 7 of Swords. Why do we have Judgment with the 7 of Swords? Why Judgment with the 7 of Swords? Balance. There is balance. And what exactly is the 7 of Swords? King of Pentacles. What exactly is the 7 of Swords here? And why King of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups over here? Why 8 of Cups with the 7 of Cups? You have the right to move how you move. You have the right to use your discernment and to move how you move. Why the Emperor card here? You have the right to protect yourself and how you're led to and to follow your intuition. We have the Empress card. I am abundant here. You have the right to create distance. You have the right to maybe not tell people certain things, right? And then why the Judgment card? Why the Judgment card? And then why 3 of Swords and the 8 of Wands for the Judgment? You have the right to protect yourself from people that would bring you pain or worry. You know, over here. That's what I'm seeing. You know, there are people, at least in this reading, what I'm seeing, that I almost want to say would seek to destroy you. I want to go to a different deck over here. What do we have for why the 2 of Pentacles here for Judgment and 7 of Swords? You have the right to balance the two. 7 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords. And then Judgment card. So like there's 2 Judgment cards here. Judgment, Judgment. You have the right collective. You know what I'm even seeing? I'm just going to read this because it may resonate for someone out there. Say, for example, you know, you are successful in something that you're doing and you get a day off. You're someone actually that, like, these people, you can't even tell them that you have a few hours free. Because these people, you got a few hours free, I guess you could work. You got a few hours free, you don't need, you know, these are people that they don't believe in rest for themselves. They don't believe in, yeah. You know, like say for example, I don't know, you have a neighbor that like works a lot yeah, it's like a hard work up to the point that they're like sick and broken and tired kind of thing. Say you have a day off. This is someone that actually Judgment card, yes. This is someone that you can't tell them that you have a day off, rightfully so. Because then they're going to say, well, why are you resting? You know, it's a privilege to rest. No, it's your birthright to rest. It's not a privilege to rest. It is everybody's birthright to rest. And this world made us forget it and programmed us to forget it. You know, and that's what I'm seeing over here. It's okay to not tell people about your investments, making investments. Yeah, it's interesting here. Why Judgment? Two of Pentacles, the Seven of... It's saying the same thing, okay? And I'm getting a call, actually, as I say that. A survey call. Did any of you do a survey recently? Or did I do a survey? They're calling me for the survey. I didn't do a survey. I'm not answering it. Three of Swords. Look at here. These are people... Judgment card, Seven of Swords. You're not being sneaky. This is just true discernment. And as soon as I say that, I'm still getting a call. It's just true discernment over here. These are people that they're never going to want you to have anything nice anyway. Never. Ever. If, say, for example, you worked hard for 15 years, and I'll just throw a number out there. Say you worked hard for 15 years, you finally got to, like, say 300K, right? You finally have time to take a 3-week vacation you never have in your entire life, and none of your ancestors have ever been able to. You can't tell nobody. 10 of Pentacles. And the reason being is these people don't want those things for you. These people in this reading, and these are like your old friends, old people around you, if you have something good, they would destroy it. And so you're being given permission from Spirit, okay? Permission from Spirit to, you're not secretive. It is discretion. It is having boundaries. You know, again, like these are the type of people over here that were in your life, friends, family, people you used to work with, people from the past. You could work 10 days straight, and if they found out that you have a day off on your 11th, these are people that will try to ruin your day off. And so just don't tell. You know, Page of Wands over here. There are certain people not to tell good news to, because they don't even want to hear it from you anyway. And that's what this reading is saying, okay? You have the right to have that discretion, to have that boundary, to protect your peace and your joy. All right? Now, what is the advice? What is the advice for the Lux Collective? What is the advice for the Lux Collective on this Devil card here, these people? What is the advice when it comes to these people? The Devil card again, okay? We do have the Star card, the Magician card, the Devil card. They don't want to see your dreams come true, Collective. They don't want to see it. Star card, Magician card, Devil. To clarify the Devil card for the Collective on the advice of how to navigate these karmic relationships. Why the Star card, Magician card? Oh, Spirit said was Spirit. The cards are carding. Stand your ground. Cards are carding. Where Spirit said what Spirit said. These people, they have limitations for themselves that they're trying to project upon your life. The limitations they have placed or unconsciously placed upon themselves are not what God has placed upon you, and it's not your truth. And so when it comes to these people, it's understanding, one, the energy that they're coming from, right, with the Devil card. Two, standing your ground. You know, you're being given permission. That Judgment card twice with the Seven of Swords. While they feel like you're sneaky, you're this, you're that, you're actually not over here. These are people that would have never wanted the good things to be coming in for you anyway. And so you're using your discernment with them, okay? That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm going to grab some cards of advice. What other cards of advice do we have for the Collective on... These people are shocked. Oh, it could be family. Oh my gosh. For some of you, it could be family. We do have secret hookup, emotional bond, and we have family over here. But where is that coming from? So for some of you, it can be family. Now, why do we have secret hookup? Oh, for some of you, I don't know what this is. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know, man. Emotional bond, secret hookup. You do have ascending here. Why emotional bond and secret hookup for this reading, though? For some of you, you're ascending out of some sort of energy. It's interesting there, though. I would say for someone, did you have a secret hookup with someone? And like, you're ascended out of it somehow. Like, for the advice here on the Devil card, though, why are we getting secret hookup and emotional bond? Now, for some of you, I want this deck right here. Why do we have secret hookup? Oh, you're becoming aware of something. Why do we have secret hookup over here? You're about to become aware of something. We do have single, available to date, secret hookup, emotional bond, ascending, cloudy judgment, divine feminine. Why do we have emotional bond and secret hookup here? Triggers. You know, for some of you, there's this overall theme of like people trying to pin you to your past, where I do see family, you know, where you're not who you used to be. Friends, old co-workers, you know, family, this, creating a limitation upon you. Now, for some of you, I will be honest, there could be something here about someone you used to hook up with. And it may not even be a relationship, actually, to be quite honest with you. Right? It may not be a relationship. It may have never been a relationship. It feels like there's overall themes of like people from the past, and you're ascending out of it. Ascending. Divine feminine over here. There's something, though, you might become aware of, okay? And why do we have becoming aware and time? Becoming aware and time. Uh-oh. Why adrenaline, surprise, becoming aware of time? There's someone that's shattered over here, okay? We do have butterflies, devotion, can't stop smiling, but it says crushed sadness, broken heart, and like panic attack. And then why triggers? For some of you. Yeah, you are going to be protected from those that are stuck of where they are. Because we do have triggers over here. You've ascended into your divine feminine or masculine energy. They cannot see you, collective. Cloudy judgment. They can't see you. Adrenaline. Surprised. Shattered. Butterflies. Locked. And for some of you, you have some people in the past. I will say just be careful. Be careful. There are people from the past, I almost want to say, that are obsessed with keeping you in the past. Be careful of people that, you know, I'm just going to say it for what it is. You sometimes attract people that like want to destroy you for something that like has nothing to do with you. Use your intuition. I see someone here, and it could be from your past, but this is someone that's in a nasty energy. This is someone like, you mean that person evolved? no. Like, it's just, this is someone that, like, say for example, you had like an ex 10 years ago. This is someone that, like, this is an ex that does not want to see you succeed. And they're like, what? You mean to tell me that my ex is succeeding? I'm going to ruin it. You know, be careful. God said what God said. Judgment, 7 of Swords. And Judgment came out twice for this. People will think that you're sneaky. You have the right, because look at what they're doing. Look at what they're thinking. Look at what they're doing. And that's what I'm seeing over here. All right. What's the advice for Judgment and 7 of Swords? Because they have memories with you. By Judgment and 7 of Swords, they have memories of conflict with you. And so, yeah, there's a warning here of like just being careful. Because you got a few haters out there. You know, you do have people that, you know, will project upon you because again, you're moving forward, growing, advancing. You have people that don't like you from 10 to 20 years ago. And these are people that, no, I don't care. I never want them to, yeah, be careful with those people, man. Be careful with those people. These people are holding on to these memories, okay? So that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. What is coming in for the collective? What is coming in for the collective in this reading? Why the Goddess of the Moon? For what is coming in? The moon and the sun, yin yang, blossoming abundance, okay? Ultimately, why are you receiving this abundance? Heavy on the, for some of you, there's some hostilities, okay? Where people, you have the right. God gave you permission to set those boundaries with people. But ultimately, how did you come to this abundance? You traveled through the moon card, your emotions, your psyche, and it brought the sun, okay? You are in good energy here. Spirit's saying to use your discernment. It says, I navigate challenges with wisdom and discretion. That's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.